Subadra was doing her PhD at the KSRI. She, along with three others, were studying under Professor K.V. Seshadinatha Sastrigal, and they completed their MA Sanskrit from Tirupati University, National University Tirupati, at that time Rashtriya Vidyapit. And Professor Seshadinatha Sastrigal asked them to pursue their study and get them registered for PhD at the KSRI. So she is one among the four, and she was pursuing her PhD on Brihat Samhita of Varahmihira. Our chosen topic being the Prakriti Vikasa or Prakriti Vikara. We couldn't finalize, and she was very active in all our works. I remember vividly the way she used to get herself engaged in Sankhya Sanketa Kosha and also other projects of the institute. And during one of the seminars in Bengaluru some years ago, also went along with the scholars of KSRI, and unfortunately after her presentation she felt discomfort, and then she was admitted to the hospital. She was there in the hospital for some days, and to our great sorrow, she left this world. Her son was there at that time in Bengaluru. So it was only one thing that could happen at that time, that her son was there to take care of her. And after her sad demise, of course, we arranged a small gathering of scholars and her admirers at the KSRI to pay our homage to Mrs. Subadra. And she was teaching Sanskrit to many people in and around Chennai without any barriers of age, sex or caste. An old gentleman used to come all the way from North Madras, Tiruvattiur or Ennur, to study under her, and she was taking class for him also. She was also enthusiastic as far as Sanskrit studies were concerned, and it was decided by her friends and students to honor her, and an endowment was created in the name of Mrs. Subadra. And I remember the first lecture was given by Professor from Tirupati, under whom all of them studied Sahitya. And thereafter, for the past few years, we have been having annual lectures under this endowment. And today, we are having Dr.B.Ramadevi, and we welcome you, Dr. Ramadevi. She is our own, we used to call her daughter and her husband as our son-in-law. She is our own scholar. Dr. Ramadevi had her education in Chennai, and she did her BA Sanskrit in Queen Mary's and then MA Sanskrit in Presidency College. She came to the KSRI for her MPhil, and she chose this particular subject of Ganjipha Khelana, and then subsequently it was published by the Karnataka Historical Society on the occasion of their centenary celebrations, and then she completed her PhD at the KSRI under Dr. Kameswari. Her topic was a very interesting one, the dream motif in Sanskrit literature, for which she had to collect information not only from Sanskrit sources starting from the Vedas and other darshanas, but also from Western literature and scientific journals and books. And she could gather so much of information. And on her employment side, she worked in Queen Mary's College for some time, as well as in Vaishnava College for Women in Krompet, and then in Yatiraj College for Women for many years. Before that, she was also employed at the KSRI, and due to lack of funds, she had to go out of the KSRI, and she was teaching in city colleges. Presently, she is head of the Department of Sanskrit in SS Shasun College for Women. And one great thing happened in her life was she had the great fortune of working with Professor Nagaswamy, one of the greatest authorities in the field of archaeology. And she visited many places and worked closely with
Hello. Clear.
something happened. Okay.
Okay.
It
So,
is her.
Shall I start?
Yes,
Yeah.
please do.
So thank you so much. It is something like a homecoming for me. KSRI is my institution. Actually, it nurtured me like and the topic I'm going to talk today, the card play which nurtured miniature painting. Likewise, so at KSRI I learned many things. So under my and supervisor, my guide, Dr. Kameshwari, she taught me a lot. And moreover, when we talk about Subadra ma'am, it is really emotional. She is more than when I was with KSRI as a research associate. Subadra ma'am, Vasumati ma'am, and Muthu ma'am, they all joined together. And during the, she was more like our family friend. She is a great friend of my aunt. So her son is also named as Anand, like Subhadra Mam's son. So it is very emotional, and like Dr. K.S. Balasubramanian sir was mentioning, so we all met in the Bangalore seminar conference. So there only I met her in the last. After that, we heard the demise of her only. So it is very emotional, and I thank the KSRA for suggesting my name for this endowment. And so it's a this topic is very close to my heart as well as my guide's heart. When we started this Ganjifa, so we heard actually lots of comments. Till now, we are hearing the same comments. But whenever I felt very upset and low, my actually Dr. Kameshwari ma'am used to encourage me that it is a very novel topic. So more than Kameshwari ma'am, actually K.S. Balasubramanian sir, he used to say that. So others will be doing many other things like in their PhD or MPhil. So it's a very new topic, and moreover, this Ganjifa, the very name is very very sounds like a Mughal or a Persian. So in my coming slides, I'm going to talk what is Ganjifa. So before that, it is just a prelude. Um, when we started this particular topic, actually I should say aham aham mikaya, like that everyone came in support for us. Actually, in search of this Ganjifa card, the very first time we had this book of Ganjifa written by von Leyden. After that, we have got this manuscript of Ganjifa by Vishweshwara and Giridhara. So when we started, we faced so many problems in that. So no one in Tamil Nadu, when we visited the name no Ganjifa, it is a Persian. When I visited this Urdu professor, when I approached him, he said, yes, a little bit I heard about it, but it is a very new topic. When you start your research, you please kindly let us also know what is this. Even we are very interested to know about this. So this is what we got the information, and in search of Ganjifa, actually more than me, Dr. Kameshwari ma'am, no, she visited along with me some house at Mylapore, Palatopu. We went there and see the cards for the very first time. So all these days when we were working, we used to saw in the paper only or in the book. So for the very first time, we went and saw the card. That itself is, someone helped us to go and approach that house. Likewise, in search of Ganjifa, even we can write a very good work. And we almost the whatever I'm going to show in the slides, I have visited almost all the places to see the collections of this Ganjifa. So let us go into the topic. Many thanks to Kupaswami Shastri Research Institute for suggesting me this Ganjifa, and the same topic I have presented in the Vigyan Bhavan 2001 at World Sanskrit Conference. There I talk about this Ganjifa, how to play the cards. Now little bit with the alteration, how now the very name Ganjifa, I will, when I'm going to show you in the slides, I will tell you what is this Ganjifa. So when we are, where it is, when we talk about this games and sports and entertainment, so right from our childhood, we all know what is how to play, and we require some entertainment, and games are very necessary nowadays. Also, we say that the games and sports, so physically it will make a person very healthy, and also it will make us to think properly also. So it is a part of our life since our childhood to old age, whether it is a board game or in the field. So this games and sports have grown with very variation along with the human civilization. Like the civilization improved or changed or developed. Likewise, our games and sports, not only the sports attain that variation, but the games also, like the indoor games, and especially when we talk about this board games, it also developed, and it has seen lots of variation. So next slide. Next slide. Yeah. So when no, please go to the previous one. Yeah. Okay. So this very first time when we start our work, we got this name Ganjifa. So we have to pronounce Ganjifa only, not a ka sound. It is Ganjifa. So this Ganjifa, very interestingly, for the very first time we saw, when we were doing the research, we saw in the memoirs of Babar, or otherwise Babar Nama. So what the other researchers from the West, they came to this conclusion, the card play in India is right from the Mughal period. So Babar only invented this game. So earlier we had this Western card, now also bridge game, like that many games are there. It is something similar to the bridge game. And after this Babar Nama, in the Aini Akbari of Akbar, Abul Fasal also mention about this game with a slight change, like 12 cards 12 into 8, that is 96 cards. Before that, this game was played with 144 cards. So when we talk about this Mughal Ganjifa, that is from the 15th century, we have the records. So Akbar in his harem, along with the his, queens and the Ranis, he has played this game. That is what Abul Fasal records the Aini Akbari, and also in the Babar Nama, the very first mention. So that is why we have named this as Ganjifa, especially Mughal Ganjifa. Next slide. So, what is this Ganjifa? People they have often very when they hear this, whether it is Ganjifa or Ganjifa. So when we approach the Urdu professor, Arabic department, he mentioned us this Ganjifa means it is card play, that is Patra Krida. And we have the Indian origin. Many researchers, they have mentioned that with the Mughal, whatever alteration we have made, that is the Indian game. But actually, very first time, Indians only they started playing this game, and influenced by this our Hindu origin, the Mughal actually altered the game into 12 into 8 cards or 12 into 12, 144 cards. So when we started this work of Ganjifa, we have the sources from Von Leyden, Ganjifa, the playing cards, and Dr. Raghavan. He has written in the Festival, Sports and Pastimes of India about this particular play called Patra Krida, taken from the Kama Sutra. And Dr. C.S. Sundaram, I don't have many what to say, how to say. Many thanks to him. Actually, he only when we started this work, immediately he said, even I have given a talk about this in Tamil. So Samskrita Ilakyathil Vilayattu. So he has given from where and all he has got this source. So likewise, we in search of this Ganjifa, and we have the Sanskrit sources, Ganjipha Khelana, one manuscript by Giridhara, and Ganjipha Khelana Krama, how to play the game by Vireshwara, and Sri Tattva Nidhi of Udayar, Krishna Raja Udayar, which is an encyclopedia of Dharma Shastra. So in the Navama Nidhi called Kautuka Nidhi, he has given in detail about the various forms of Ganjifa. In his book, he is not using the word Ganjifa, but similar to the Ganjifa, he is using one Kannada term. So when we started again, Professor Vakankar, he has actually contributed in the Maharashtra contribution to Maharashtra. His contribution to in his work, which is mainly based on the unpublished manuscript. He mentioned about this Krida Nidhi, Cheta Vinoda Kavya, Krida Kaushala. So in the Cheta Vinoda Kavya, there's in detail mention about this Ganjifa Khelana Krama, and this Sri Tattvanidhi. So from his book only, we have even more further approached this Ganjifa Khelana of Giridhara, which is 32 verses, small manuscript contain 32 verses. So I have made a detailed study of this Giridhara's work. Next. Okay, so no, previous one. Okay, so this is what about this Mughal Ganjifa. When we talk about this Ganjifa or Ganjipa, we all heard it is about the Mughal origin. So what we started when our research madam wanted us to do in the Indian origin. So this work, actually this Ganjifa, Patra Krida or card play, whatever modern name we want to give, she felt that it is actually Indian origin only. Mughal only later changed this game or the variations. So in search of this Ganjifa, our journey started. So when we started, very next slide. Next slide. Okay, so when we started our journey, first we got is this Visnupur Cards. So this Visnupur Cards had the very first time Dasha Avatara Ganjifa, which has actually 120 cards. 120 cards like the Dashavatara, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Nrsimha, Buddha, and Vamana Avatara we had Parashurama, Rama, Balarama, Kalki. So in the Visnupur cards, Haraprasad Shastri, he mentions about the circular cards of Visnupur or Vishnupur. So this particular cards, 120 pieces, 10 groups, Dashavatara, 10 groups, and each and every set has 12 cards. So he actually basically this Visnupur cards is divided into two sets. So first Matsya Avatara, Kurma Avatara, Varaha, Nrsimha, and up to this Buddha Avatara, the first 5 in the cards, all these diagrams of the Murtis, the avatars, they will be having 4 hands. In the next 5, starting from the Vamana, Parashurama, Rama, Balarama, and up to the Kalki, the next 5 avatars, they have given in the diagram of the cards only 2 hands with attendants. And also the ministers of the Dashavatara, like in our card game, we have the king, minister, and other 10, 9, 8, like that, the number goes down. So up to the ace we have. Likewise, in the Dashavatara Ganjifa of Visnupur also, the ministers are represented with accompaniments. And like in our modern European game, the highest value starts from the 10 and downwards, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, like that it goes. And he mentions in the how many players. So the number of players should be 5. And the Rama Avatara, the Supreme Avatara, Superior Avatara is considered to be the lead card. Like in our modern game, we consider Ace or the King to be the supreme card. Likewise, the Rama Avatara, amongst the Avatara, Rama is the superior card, lead card, or the trump card. So there will be 5 players. So each one will be having 24 cards. 24 into 5, 120 cards. So they played with 5 players, and 24 cards will be equally distributed. Whoever in the final has the 24 cards, he will be declared as the winner. So how the Visnupur cards or Dashavatara Ganjifa, how it came into existence, there is a small legend behind this. What they say is this card game or the Patra Krida or Dashavatara Krida was invented by the Malla kings of the Vishnupur during the 12th century when they were in the highest peak of their glory. They have invented. So what when I showed in the previous slide, starting from the Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, and Buddha, they'll be having 5 up to the 5 avatars. So the diagram, in the diagram representing the each of the Matsya Murti, Kurma or Varaha Murti, they will be having 4 hands. And Buddha Avatara is included as the 5th Avatara. So there is a slight orthodox wise when we talk about the Buddha Avatara, he is not considered as the 5th Avatara, and we have the Krishna Avatara. And Buddha is Matsya, Kurma, Varaha. When we count, Buddha will be next to Parashurama, Rama, Buddha, and then Kalki. Likewise, only in the Gita Govinda of Jayadeva and the Kshemendra, the poets, while describing about the Avatara during the 11th and 12th century, they have given the list like this. So it is very evident that before the 11th and 12th century, this card game existed. That is why it does not comes under the list which is declared by the Gita Govinda or the Kshemendra. So it is before the 11th century. That is why this Buddha Avatara comes in the first 5 itself, not after Rama, the Buddha Avatara. Like in modern days, when we accept the Buddha as the Dashavatara group, he is not counted likewise. So it is very evident that during the 8th century or before that, when the Pala kings were ruling in the Visnupur area, this card game could have been invented. They played the Dashavatara Ganjifa, like the Matsya Kurma, Varaha, Buddha, Vamana, like that, the list. And also, in very interestingly, please go to the previous one. Very interestingly, there is one more point is there. In the Buddha avatara, each and every avatara, like in our modern games, we have the art and spade, claver, like that. So when they mention about this Buddha avatara, the symbol is lotus. So there is in the Mahayana Buddhism, he is called as Padmapani, having the lotus in his hand. So the game is invented before the 12th century. That is what they Haraprasad Shastri concluded in his Visnupur Cards. So next slide. Okay, so that why these changes, we have not only this Patrakrida, Ganjifa or Ganjipa, we have other native games also. Already lots of games have been represented or presented or published by our Indian authors like Chaturanga, and we have many games like Pallangu and many other games. So all these native games have been altered and with some new dimension and with other cultural influence, they have changed into some other new game. So when the changes happen, what about this original Indian games? They were called as very heavy, and fundamentally these games almost lost their indigenous form. Originally, how the game is presented or played due to the cultural changes or after the invasion, the game is totally presented with a new dimension. Please next slide. Okay, so what we conclude is the Ganjifa is the predecessor of card play before the European cards. We play this bridge game or the bluff or the many other games nowadays, modern games we play. So this Ganjifa is the predecessor of all the European games. So this 10-suit Dashavatara is played in India before the appearance of the European cards, and the number is 10. Why? Because the Dasha Avatara is very close to our Purana, and also it is more of a Indian origin. So this Ganjifa, the name, because of the Mughal influence, till now we are using the same name. It is a predecessor of the European or Western cards, the modern 144 cards. So next one. Okay, so I was mentioning about this Dashavatari Ganjifa, the Dasha Avatara. What about the other card games? So when the King Akbar, he invented the game during the 15th century or 16th century probably, he named this game as Changa Kanchana. And the Krishna Raja Udaya, he enlists 13 varieties of this card play in his Sri Tattva Nidhi. What are the names? We will be seeing in the next coming slides. Next. So in the Sri Tattva Nidhi, we find this Ganjifa. There they are not using the word Ganjifa. It is very Indian origin. They are using the term, Indian term, Chadda. Chadda. So it is Chamundeswari Chadda, Jaganmohana Chadda, Navina Dashavatara Chadda, Navagraha Chadda, Pancha Pandava Chadda, Devi Dashavatara, Dikpala, Manohara, Sarvamangala, Navaratna, Krishna Raja, because his name Krishna Raja, Sadyojata, Navina Rama Chadda. Like that, he names this game as Chadda. So not Ganjifa. Within bracket, he is giving the word Ganjifa, but the very game is called as Chada Krida and Chamundeswari Chadda. Next slide. So in the Dashavatara Ganjifa, So in the modern games, European games, like we have the Arton, Claver, or Diamond, Spade, like that. What about this Dashavatara Ganjifa? What are all the symbols? What is the color? So for the Matsya Avatara, it is represented by red color and a fish symbol. So in the particular card, all the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, those numbers, fish symbol will be there. For one fish will be there, two, two, three, like that. The number of fishes, fish represent the numbers. So in the Matsya Avatara, the color will be red, and Kurma also red. The symbol will be the very same symbol, Kurma, tortoise, Varaha, Nrsimha. This is the very unique Nrsimha Avatara. In most of the cards, we can see this lion, sometimes the swan. Why the swan symbol? We don't know. So Vamana Avatara, we have this umbrella. Next one. Okay, this is how the card looks. So we can see the Dashavatara. So what is the name they have given? Vishnu Smarana Khelana. It is not Ganjifa Khelana. They named this game as Vishnu Smarana Khelana. So by this, whenever they are playing, it is not like a ordinary dice game is called as Pashak Krida, not for simply entertainment or some, I want to make one stake, or I want to play the game with some money or some other thing, materialistic thing. I don't want to play. In order to remember the Vishnu, they have named the game as Vishnu Smarana Khelana. So during the daytime, one particular card will be the lead card. During the night, one particular card is considered as the lead card. So in order to remember all the avatars of Vishnu, this game is called as Vishnu Smarana Khelana, or otherwise modern days we name as Dashavatari Ganjifa. The next one. So continuing the Dashavatari, Parashurama has the axe. We all know the Parashurama, monkey, or sometimes monkey. In most of the cards, whatever we got, monkey is there, and in few areas we can find this arrow, that is Bana symbol. And Balarama color will be greenish red. While talking about the Matsya and Kurma, they also had the same red color. Only the symbol is changed, and in the Balarama we have the greenish red, and the Balarama with a cow, and the Buddha, it is a lakh, that is reddish brown color, and the Buddha will be the symbol. Sometimes the lotus symbol will be there, and the Kalki Avatara we have the horse. Next one. So this is how the Chamundeswari Chadda looks. It is Mysore Ganjifa. Modern days it is called as Mysore Ganjifa. The next one. So in the Nrsimha Pack, while talking about the Nrsimha Avatara, in this there are 12 circular. We are talking about only circular cards. What I am showing you is circular card. So in the Nrsimha, it is the lead card with 10 numbers. So during the daytime, Rama will be the lead card, and during the night time when the game is played, Nrsimha will be the lead card. So it is changing. So Rama in the daytime, Nrsimha in the Ratri Samaya. Okay, next one. So Dikpala Chadda, we have the Dikpala Chadda. We got this from the Sri Tattvanidhi of Udayar. So Indra, Agni, Nirruti, Varuna, Vayu, Kubera, Ishana, and their respective Vahana and Ayuda will be given. So Indra means there will be the elephant will be the represented symbol will be there, and for Agni Ram I will show you in the next slide how the Dikpala Chadda will look. Next slide, please. So Indra, likewise Indra is represented. So we have this elephant. From this we can easily identify this is Dikpala Chadda. The next one. This is how the Agni, the ram will be there. With all the Ayudas you will be represented. And Agni, next one. Nirruti. Next one. Varuna. Next. Vayu. Okay, so just for our idea how the Dikpala Chada will look and how to play this game. This is the so even though many other researchers in their book, all the beautiful cards of various region, they have gone and taken the photographs. None of the book has mentioned how to play this game. So this is where we got the help from the Ganjifa of Vishweshwara and Giridhara. So these are available only in the Sanskrit source, not other sources give us the how to play this game. They are not giving us the rules, especially in Krida Kaushala. One more text we got from the Rashtriya Sanskrit Sansthan. It is a manuscript. They have published that. In that also little bit of rules are given, but in detail, actually Giridhara gives the rule. Next one. So in Moghul Ganjifa, otherwise Akbar named as Changa Kanchana Ganjifa, which is a game with 96 cards, which is divided into 12 into 8. That is 8 suits containing 12 cards each. The game is played amongst the 3 or 4 players. And in the beginning, the cards will be shuffled and the cards will be placed downwards. The figure won't be shown. The player, whoever takes, he has to take the particular card. If he is getting the lead card, then he has to take the, he has to start the game. Likewise, it goes. So one of the player collect the cards and another makes the division like how you park it in the European card also and cut it. In modern parlance, it is called as cutting the card and taking and distributing. So whole of the cards will be distributed, and whoever gets the first lead card, then he can start the play. Yeah, next one. So the lead card, king, is played. Other players, they are not allowed to throw because when the lead is there, then they have to put the valueless card. So above the king, there is no other thing. Like in the chess also, when the checkmate is made, so you can't move. Likewise, here also in the game, when the lead card is first thrown, then you have to put the valueless card. That is one like that, one or two. So first round, king means the next round, the minister. Likewise, the order changes. So on one side, where the four suits like the names like Changa, Mohara, Kumaja, and Bharata. Likewise, the names of the cards are given, and we have like in English or in the European card, we have the minister, queen, like that, KJ, like that, Jack, like that. They have the name of Taja, Rupa, Samshera, Gulama, like that. They have named the suits, four suits into Taja suit or Rupa or Samshera, some and Gulama is a slave. The next one. So the first lead card is the king and the minister. So in this order, the game has to be played by using all the cards on the same suit. When we are starting the Taja suit, then we have to finish all the Taja. And then Rupa I'm taking, and then I have to finish all the Rupa. Like you are taking the claver, then you have to set with all the claver or diamond or spade, like that. You cannot change the suit. I will, 4 cards I will keep Taja, 4 I will take the Samshera, and then another 4 I will keep Gulama, like that. You cannot play. Whatever suit you want to arrange in that particular order only you can play. So to all the players, how the game, the cards will be distributed from the left. The left is considered to be the strong, and the right side is considered to be the weak. So this game, actually, all these board games are not only for simply evading the time or no, just in order to um, what to say, simply I want to pass the time, or I'm learning a new game, nothing like that. These are all calculation based game, memory. So what card opposite person is putting, then how to take that card. So this is based on the good calculation and concentration and memory. So likewise, whoever is very good in calculation or memory, he will be the winner. Modern day our kids will be playing this bluff. So in that also you can see that if someone is telling the lies, how to find out he is a liar or a bluff. So one has to keenly observe. Already particular in that particular thing got over, ace got over or spade got over, likewise they will find out the bluffer. Likewise here also, this whatever may be this ganjifa or a chess, or whether it is a ladder and a snake, so whatever ludo, whatever game we play, here memory plays a very important role for improvising the memory only. Actually we are doing this card game. When you are playing in the sports in the field, you need the physical strength. Here your mental ability plays an important role. So go back to the previous one, the next one. Yeah, next. Yeah, how to prepare the cards. So it's very beautifully the preparation of cards. We have to go and see this. So I have been to this Raghurajpur and the Jaipur, how they prepare the card, Mysore, how they prepare the card. Actually, we have recorded from the artisan. So it is a very laborious preparation. So it is very easy to buy the card and play, but the preparation is very difficult. Next slide. So when we started our work, this dissertation, actually now Vidyuta is there. So when how we started, we played actually this game before procuring this card from Sawantwadi. Actually, we have cut the cards into circular shape. We have actually used the same symbols how they have represented in the Dashavatari Ganjifa or other Ganjifa. So we have actually tried the circular shape cards with ourselves. We have actually played during the this whenever we are having vacation, especially the kids are having vacation, we have played, and what are all the difficulties faced, we have recorded, and the next time we have rectified. Likewise, we have, without the help of the cards, actually we have prepared the cards on our own, circular with the paper cutting. We have tried the cards, and we started with the circular cards. And when I went in search, we got this rectangular shaped card also. So when while preparing the cards, in order, if it is a paper, there is a chance to get tear, or sometimes when you while playing, it may go off. So in order to make it stiff, they have used the lac. Traditionally, this is handmade. This is not a machine made. All the artisans of the Jaipur, whether it is Sawantwadi or Sonepur or Visnupur, whether it is a Mysore, it is used by the local artisans. So in the cards, the colors also, they have used only the vegetable dye. So, and all the organic products only they have used, tamarind and the colored stones, various flower dust, leaves, the extract from the leaves, like that only they have used natural colors to apply the back of the card. The next one. So this is how the rectangular card look. The next one. And like I mentioned in the previous slide, the handmade, all these cards are handmade. So in the Orissa and Vishnupur cards, if you see, it is something like resembles like the Patachitra. All the Purana figures have been represented in this, so they named as Patachitra. Patam means it is a paper or cloth or a canvas. So it's a very beautiful art form. The next one. So there are varieties. We have circular and rectangular. The circular card also varies in size. So I will be showing the other varieties of the that is the material. So mostly available is the lacquer card and leather and ivory, or sometimes gold or silver. It is used by the royal people. So the leather, that is camel leather, is used for playing this, and ivory. So the Kashmiri cards, they are in ivory, and sometimes gold enameled also. I have seen a gold enamel card also in the Delhi Museum. And one side of the card there will be picture, and then at the back side there will be numerical also. Sometimes the card is red and yellow color. Mostly the outer layer is used red and yellow. And then how they prepare the card, about 5 circular similar size discs have been prepared, and one above the other they used to paste, and finally they will give the lacquer coating for the stiffness and the durability. Next slide. So to prepare one card, it takes almost no 10 to 15 days. And very interestingly, these color have been given by the women of the house. When the artist and male artist, he is going to draw the symbol of particular devata or a flower or a whatever may be that symbol, these outer laying is given by the women folk. So this Orissa card, mostly these Orissa cards are in circular shape. So how you know this is Orissa? By seeing this Jagannatha, Balabhadra, we can see this. This is a Orissa card. Next one. And this is what available in large now. This is Ganjifa. I told you the preparation is very difficult to make one particular card. It takes many days. One pack of card, that is why they have fixed a very great price also. I was heard that if you are having this pack of Dashavatari Ganjifa, that is 120 cards, then you are considered to be a very something like a royal rich person, because one particular card itself is very costly. I was told that one card is 300 to 400 rupees. So if you buy 120 cards, you can calculate. So next one. So the previous one was Ganjifa. This is how the ivory cards look. So mostly in the Kashmiri cards, we have this paper mache, and sometimes most of the times whatever we got now in the museums is ivory. Next one. Quickly we can just these are all leather, and how they prepare the card I showed you. Yeah, please, next one. Next. I told you how firmly they make the paper, the card preparation. So it is trimmed, painted, lac, varnish is given to protect the colors. Next one. So like the collection, when we talk about the collections, we have the Mysore Ganjifa, Dashavatari Ganjifa. Next one. Sawantwadi cards. So this Sawantwadi cards are the Peshwas. They have used this card as the art that is miniature art to save their favorite deities. So the court of the palace of the Peshwas or the Marathas, the Sawantwadi cards actually decorated their palace. So the next one. This is how the box of the Ganjifa, the 120 card look. Next. So the miniature, now it is like a miniature painting. All these, whatever I'm showing you is ivory cards. Next. So the artisan at work. So you can see how he is painting and giving the symbols. Next one, ivory cards. So in the museum only we can see the ivory cards. The next. Yeah, you can move. So these are circular cards, not ivory. This is golden enameled card. These are our rectangular cards. This is also available in the museum, national museums. So rectangular card with Roman figure and a European figure. Next one. Okay, so I conclude this. Now this Ganjifa is in the form of painting. There is a miniature painting. But when we approached the Raghurajpur artisan while they were preparing the card, I asked them whether anyone is there to play the card, but I got the answer no one is there to tell the rules. We don't have any players to play. So only as a miniature art form only it is till now it is preserved. Same condition in the Visnupur and the Mysore. We have the collectors like Kishore Govardhan Das, and many collectors are there in the Peshwa, that is Sawantwadi Palace also. The the descendants of the Peshwa, they are there, but it is in the form of art painting only. No one knows how to play. But I was told that in the Sawantwadi Palace, someone is there to play the game. So this game was survived in the form of art painting. Luckily, the Ganjifa name is there. And during the Mughal time, it we should thank the Mughals. It attained the greatest momentum during the Mughal invasion to India. It reached the peak. And in the Kama Sutra, we have the Patra Krida. The Udayar, Krishnaraja Udayar, Mummadi Udayar, he uses the term Chadda. In Kama Sutra, it is Patra Krida. And the Krida Kaushala, it is the same, the Persian Ganjifa is used. And Krishna Raja, I told you. And in the Chinese game, it is AZ. And in the Persian also, Nafsal is the name used for the card play. Apart from this Ganj or Ganjifa, they use the Nafsal as the card play to mention the card play. So, what in search of this Ganjifa, I had the chance to visit right from this Mysore to Jaipur. So wherever we went, it is in the form of a miniature painting. Actually, all the artisans, the descendants, they have left their job for this painting, this miniature card, because it is a very costly procedure and hardly no one is there to buy the card also. If at all anyone wants to buy the card, because of the laborious process, the cost of the card is also very costly. Like the game polo and others, the royals used to play, it is because of all these problem only, it is not very much available to the public. But more of research should be concentrated in this particular area of Ganjifa. Luckily, now we have this Ganjipha Khelana, Cheta Vinoda Kavya, Krida Kaushala. So, Professor Wakankar actually he has helped us by supplying these manuscript. From this book only we got this information about this Cheta Vinoda Kavya, and when we searched in the NCC, we got the name of Ganjipha Khelana and Ganjipha Khelana Krama. But he in his collection he is having all these things. And Krida Kaushala, he has mentioned in his book about this Krida Kaushalam also. The Krida Kaushala talks about the variations of games, and lots of rules also given in this, how to play the particular Mughal Ganjifa they have given. But our Dashavatari Ganjifa, we have information, everything is in the form of a secret code only Giridhara uses in his text of the 32 verses. So like Jina Sankhya, like that he is using the word, and Danta Sankhya, like that he is using the words to denote the particular number. So maybe because of this, this game is not developed, or further research is no one is hardly there to do the research. So the art form of card is available, but people hesitate to talk about this Ganjifa, like it is something like a card play. When we say it is not a orthodox form, so it is not at all a game. Vishnu's Marana Khelana, that is why he has rightly given the name. So more and more research has been done about this game. That is what in this forum I request the youngsters. So Vidyuta, when she was doing her college time, she used to play this game with her cousins. I remember those days. So I talk about 20 years ago. So this is how the youngsters actually they had this interest to play the game. Yeah, by playing only we can got more and more information what and all we need, what and all more research has to be insight we have to do in this about this game. So in the manuscripts and in the textbook Sri Tattva Nidhi, that's the commentary. Even though the text is in Sanskrit, the commentary is in Kannada. And they have in the palace authorities they have published this, and Karnataka Research Institute they have published the Sri Tattva Nidhi, but Navamanidhi is yet to publish. It is under publication. So if that book is available, we can further do the research of what he has mentioned in the commentary. From that we know how to play the game in detail. So I thank the authorities of KSRI for giving me this opportunity to share my views about this Ganjipha Khelana. It is an Indian card game, Patra Krida. When we say Patra Krida, no one can understand. They may read this as Patra Krida. So that is what the situation now. So many thanks to the authorities. Once again, many thanks to Dr. Kameshwari ma'am and the KSB sir and the TBV sir for allowing me to talk about this Ganjifa. You can stop this next slide. That's all. Thank you.
Very nicely presented, Rama. I'm very happy.
Thank you.
We really toiled on this. As you said, we were everybody hearing me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
My
ma'am.
voice is audible? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So everybody asked us why card play. So Rama almost had tears in the beginning, but we enjoyed, completely enjoyed preparing this, going through go through many things, going to even the Persian department to ask for help. In the process, we helped them. The Persian professor was very happy. He said, "I would do an MPhil on this." So you have given me some clue on that. So he was very happy about that. So we had a nice experience going through this. And most of the information she has missed out is that most of the text sorry, what is the text Gridaras, Ganjifa Khelana, it has got many Persian names. Senapati is, what is the name? Do you remember? Senapati, Wazir, and other
Yes.
names are. So mostly they are using the Persian and Muslim Mughal names, which they had actually had as they were having the play being carried out in those days. So he is about 16th century. By that time, Ganjifa Khelana of the Mughal have come to stay. So they have followed the same terminologies, forgetting our own terminologies, earlier terminologies. We do not know. We don't have any record for that. But we really enjoyed it, and Rama had made further study because we didn't have these Visnupur cards and Sonepur cards and other things in those days. We had only Sawantwadi card. So she has collected all those cards. Very nice. Shows wherever she had gone, she has collected. I am very happy that she has done it. And also for the dream motive, She had some hesitations. Still, it had come out very well, and we enjoyed it. And for the first time, I found that from Rama's thesis that there is a dream god called Araru. That was really an eye opener for us. We didn't know till then. So as we go on, we unearth so many things, very interesting things. And almost all our students have taken up whatever we have suggested in KSRI. Of course, they would go into it, they will see whether it will suit their mood, their ideas, their aspirations, and then they will accept it. So whether it is yoga or Advaita or Dharma Shastra or any other subject, science, including Mrs. Subadra, she took Brihat Samhita. From that, she was to do Prakriti Vikara. So she was to do that, but she could not complete it. That's a but here we enjoyed doing all these things. It was really good. And I should thank Rama for having made further collection of these things. And wherever she had gone, she had not forgotten her first thesis. Very nice. Thank you, Rama. Is there any question? Anybody?
See, Dr. Rama,
Sir. Sir, yes, sir.
you were talking about the card, circular or rectangular. On one side is the Dasavatara, some pictures. On the back side, something, on all the cards, do you mean to say that there is something on both sides?
On the other side, there will be numbers.
Numbers, sir.
On one side, there will be the Dasavatara figures. On the other side, there will be numbers.
Then the thing is, the opponent or the person sitting opposite or next will be knowing what are the numbers or what is it that he is having, no?
No, he will see the number. You will see the backside Avatara card.
Yes. So like in the Moghul Ganjifa, they have the 4 suits, Taza, Rupa, Samshera, Gulama. Only the set is important, like the claver, diamond, like that. So backside, whatever is there, but side what something is different. But in the Sawantwadi cards, we don't have anything at the backside. It will be only red color. So no, the other player, the opponent, he cannot see anything. What number you are having, what symbol you are having.
Yeah. Because if it is known whether it is number or color or whatever it is, people can have some inference, what the other person is.
That is why, sir, if you have the very good memory and concentration, then you will be the winner.
Yeah, that is true. That happens in the game. But if we have on both sides, there is a possibility of knowing. There won't be any suspense or whatever. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, actually, there is no suspense. Like in our Pallanguri, if you lose, they say that you have that punyam of going to Rameshwara or Kashi. So each and every time they want to arrange the cards. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, how many sets I am doing. Next time I want to do this Nrsimha Avatara. I want to be the winner. Likewise, they keep on changing. So it is very interesting. Whatever may be the outside, even though the opponent knows, so the inside number, the symbol is important.
Oh, good.
Rama, very well presented, very interesting. I would just like to know if why they have changed the lead card from day and night.
Yes, because Nrsimha has the power during the night. Rama is is a very soft and Maryada Purushottam. That is why he is played during the daytime. So night time, Nrsimha Avatara has the more power. So they have used the Nrsimha card as lead card during the night time.
Thank you.
There is another
So
pack
in those days, I don't know whether now it is followed, because hardly we don't have anyone to play the game.
No, but a good player will find out all the cards.
Yes. And the bridge game, more or less like our modern day bridge game.
Yeah, it's like that. So somebody like my father will know everybody's cards.
Correct. Calculation. So
Yes.
very good in maths, they can find out who's having what card.
Yes, yes, yes.
Accordingly,
Yes.
they will distribute it.
Yes, correct, ma'am.
Very nice, Rama. Very nice presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So
So,
I thank
Vidyut was the expert in playing the game those days. That is, we are talking about 20 years, 19 years ago. So, அதனால வித்யுதாக்கு நிறையவே என்ன விட இந்த கேம் எப்படி விளையாடணும் யார்கிட்ட என்ன இருக்குங்கிறது still now I think if she remembers.
I don't.
And one more person I forgot to mention. Actually, ma'am sent me to one very interesting person by name Dr. Chayapati Sharma. So அவருக்கு கூட இந்த கேம் தெரியல. Luckily, we expect that he will be knowing all these things. But
We
he
didn't
is
know.
no more
He
now.
was in Delhi, so we wanted to ask him. Actually, he had been in Delhi.
Ma'am?
So we would,
He had been in
we would,
Delhi. We thought he may know. அதனால நம்ம அவர்கிட்ட போனோம்.
Yes.
we would upload this in the YouTube in the days to come and send you the link.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And I should thank Rama. You did a very good job. I am very happy about it. And all for some 19 years ago, whatever we had done had come out. That's very nice. So I should thank the endowment makers also, of course, our own friends. And really, I'm happy for the lecture. I think everybody enjoyed it. And everybody would like to have some curiosity of knowing this, I think, to go and at least see, if not purchase and play. That is difficult, probably. They may look into it anywhere, wherever they go to any museum or something, they will call for this. They'll ask for this Ganjifa card and see. So we have brought something new to the world, I think. I hope everybody enjoyed it, and we will meet again for the next lecture. KSB sir, when is it to be? KSB sir? Hello, Dr.
Next
KSB.
week, next week.
Next
Yeah,
week?
I'm audible. Next
Saturday.
Mansi will be talking. Mansi will be talking on a modern author from Bengal.
Yes. So please join us and enjoy the lecture. See you all. Good night, Rama.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Very good, very good, very good.
Thank you, Yamuna. Thank you, Sita, ma'am.
Thank you, Rama.
Ma'am.